I am an Australian in New York and I am seeing this city with fresh eyes. The thing that I cannot believe with my eyes when I see it every time I walk down Broome Street is the ironwork and the cast iron buildings in Soho. I Googled it a few months ago and it came back with this result. 250 cast iron buildings in Soho, including one just across the street, the Gunter building, which is the most spectacular building I have ever laid eyes on. Corinthian columns catching the light every day, whether it's overcast or sunny. So when Sartory-Billard came to me and said, Andrew, we want to do a New York edition with you. We're a customizer. We do watches that are bespoke to clients. We want to do one that's bespoke to you. I thought, I'm going to give him a real doozy. I'm going to give him something hard. Could you do something inspired by the cast ironwork of Soho? Guess what? Billard delivered. This is the Time+Tide New York edition Foundry created with Sartory-Billard, and I'm completely obsessed with it. So I'm not going to go into too much more detail about this watch right now because I need to explain this incredible collision of two brands that started within a year of each other. Over here we have Sartory-Billard, which is a conflation of Armand's name and a family heritage. And over here you have Time+Tide. We have 2014, the launch of a media business in Melbourne, Australia, and we have Sartory-Billard in 2015. And I remember this brand from back in these days, and my associations were, they were the most affordable way to personalize or customize a watch, and at a price point at that time that seemed outrageous. It really took this concept of a bespoke watch out of the hands of billionaires and put it into a watch enthusiast who might have had as little as €500. Of course, that story developed from those days where there'd be minor customizations of an embossed movement. We then moved to better movements and collaborators that went right up to Denny Flageolet, who just recently collaborated with de Botton and with Louis Vuitton. So there was a rapid escalation of the Sartory-Billard story and price point. And then they landed on the zinger, the SB04. This case and this concept of a customizable watch for not much more than a black bay has really taken off. Our friends at Studio Underdog recently did an incredible engine turn dial that emulated a sunflower for a collaboration. And now we're stepping into the ring with these guys. And I just cannot believe the quality, the level of consideration, detail, and personalization that we've managed to pack into a watch that is going to set you back $5,800 in an edition of 10 numbered watches. Our smallest limited edition ever, and one that, if you'll notice, any Time+Tide fans out there are going to see it bears a striking resemblance in colour palette and tone to our Ferland Mari Outback Elegy, which remains to me, this chocolate and rose gold tone is just a class act. It is spectacular. It is the most enduring edition I think we've ever done, as in we sell one nearly every day. It is amazing. So when this came up and the possibility of ironwork as a theme came up, I took absolutely no time to decide that we would continue down this path of chocolate and rose gold. And of course you have this center motif of an Art Deco ironwork piece. And you'll notice this center dial, if you look at it in certain lights, Marcus and I have been trying to capture this because it's so subtle, it's almost imperceptible. But the center dial has a slight concaving, which means that the light does an interesting little slide up to the center pinion when you get it in the right angle. You have incredibly delicate filigree style rose gold and silver elements in the hour numerals, as well as these extraordinary customized hands that have this super structural, architectural look to them. Now, on the case back, you'll see a very unusual case back. This is the first fluted case back I've ever seen, and it's fully maximal, as in this fluted element is not just a little fluting around the edge. The whole centerpiece, which frames a New York City skyline and the Time+Tide logo, which makes the heart beat a little faster for me, has this fluted light-catching element. And let's get into the wear of this watch and the interesting choice of an integrated rubber strap. that has a little detail you need to see, which is this B element that forms the tang buckle. So with the watch on the wrist, we have a stainless steel case. It's 39.5 millimeters. There are brushed and polished finishes all over the case. It has a nice sort of domed bezel, which is brushed and definitely bends the light on the wrist. The thickness is impressive at just 10.2 millimeters. It is a closed case back, but that's borderline, that's getting into dress territory at just 10.2 millimeters thick. We have a lug to lug of 44 millimeters. And again, with that integrated rubber, you get no end link adjustment to that lug to lug. It is truly a true 44 millimeter lug to lug. The movement is no slouch. This is a Le Jouperet movement. This is the G101A automatic movement, 55-hour power reserve. It is a solid, really, I would say, towards the higher end of an Aborsh movement. We have water resistance of 100 meters, which is great for this rubber strap. And we have a price that, again, just meets us in the middle. Sartory-Billard were described by Philips as democratizing personalized watches, and Time & Tide. I'm so proud of the fact that we continue to democratize rare, limited, and exclusive watches. And that's where the two stories finally clash. So you know that feeling when you move into a new apartment and you have all these ideas about what could go where? You're seeing things with fresh eyes. That's how I'm looking at New York right now. And the strongest impression of this place is now something we've put into a miniature little theater on your wrist with the Foundry edition. This one's gonna go faster than any Time & Tide edition in history. So if you do like it and you do see it, maybe move on it. But whenever I look at this, I'll be thinking about our third Discovery studio, and I'll be thinking about Marcus and I getting a sore neck as we walk down Broome Street. There are other examples of beautiful ironwork in Spring Street, in Mercer Street, in Green Street. It's all around us here, and it's on our wrist very, very shortly. See you on the next video. If you liked it, subscribe, and maybe bye.